So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Apple has done it, the MacBook Pro 2018, and I gotta say, the specifications are fantastic. Apple really did knock this one out the park, but then again, we gotta wait to see how that keyboard is gonna function because a lot of people are complaining about that keyboard. So I never really, I tried it out, but I never really lived with it, if you guys know what I mean. But first things first, let's talk about the specs. So the 13-inch, the starting price is $1,300 all the way up to $2,000. These things are pretty expensive, but you gotta always ask yourself, what are you gonna use this machine for? What are you gonna use this Mac for? Are you leaning towards checking your emails, going on Facebook, doing invoices, stuff like that? You want to go with the base MacBook Pro. But if you like me, you're a content creator, you like to edit videos, you like to go on Photoshop, you want to get the top of the line MacBook Pro. And really, I don't even recommend the 13-inch. Go with the 15-inch because it's more power. But yes, it's more expensive though, sadly. So now with the base 13-inch model, you get a 2.3 gigahertz dual core 7th generation Intel Core i5 processor. 8 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of SSD. Now, let me talk about SSD real quick. If you're still rocking out with a mechanical hard drive, definitely you need to upgrade that immediately. It's 2018. It shouldn't be no mechanical RPM hard drive. Like, that's the thing of the past. It's all about SSD, solid state drive. It makes a big, huge difference. So the base model looks solid, but my only gripe with that one, 128 gigabytes. I mean, come on, Apple. The base should be 256. And then it should have a 512 gigabytes, and then the top of the line one should have been a 1 terabyte. The $2,000 13-inch one should have a 1 terabyte hard drive. I have a 512 gigabyte hard drive on my MacBook Pro, and I gotta say it's not enough. And by the way, I have the MacBook Pro 2015 top of the line 15-inch model, and I gotta say no problems with it at all. I had it for 3 years, and I love it. But the top of the line 13-inch model, it really surprised me. It has a quad-core processor. So this is the first time ever that we have a quad-core processor on the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So not only that, quad-core processor is the 8th generation Intel Core i5. I think my computer is an i7. It has half a terabyte of storage, 8 gigabytes of RAM. It'll get the job done, but like I said, my cup of tea, me personally, is the 15-inch. So not only are you getting a bigger screen, you're getting more power, more RAM, and by the way, you can configure your 13-inch MacBook Pro too as well if you want, but obviously the price is going to go up. That's obvious, and it's going to take a little bit longer to ship, and by the time you do all that, you may as well just get the 15-inch. Call it a day. So now with the 15-inch, the starting price is $2,400, so that's $2,400. So these things are expensive, but I gotta tell you, these things will last you. That's with any Mac. With any Apple computer, they will last you. Apple will provide updates non-stop. Every week is an update on my Mac. And security-wise, it's definitely on point. Speed-wise, it's on point. So I really don't have nothing really say about the Macs, really. Like, Apple, that's their bread and butter. I mean, I know iPhones are their bread and butter too. But now with the 15-inch, you're getting the 6-core processor. You're not getting a dual-core. You're not getting a quad-core. 6 cores. Oh my god, that is insane. And not only that, it is the 8th generation, and it's an Intel Core i7. So compared to the i5 on the 13-inch, 15-inch, you have the i7. So i7 is a little bit more faster. Well, it's way faster thanks to that 6-core processor. 16 gigabytes of RAM. It can go all the way up to 32 gigabytes, and you have a choice between 256, or you can step up and get the 512 gigabyte storage. But if you spec out the MacBook Pro, everything specced out is going to cost you like around $7,000 and some change. It's $7,000. That is just insane. But like I said before, these computers will last you. I had this computer for 3 years, and I gotta say, it's not a problem. I'm actually editing, oh not editing, I'm done editing now, but I'm actually exporting. Oh, it's done now. Hold on, let me upload this video. I'm uploading the video while I'm making the video. So this is my 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro. I have a fantastic slick wrap skin on it. I had this skin for like about a year. Video on that coming really soon though, for real. And I gotta say, I love this laptop to death, but I really do love these ports here. And I'm not sure if it's time to give up these ports, but as you guys can see, these legendary ports, HDMI, USB-A, You got your Thunderbolts there. So very, very cool when it comes down to the ports. But on the new one, those ports are gone. And I wish Apple would include an SD card. Get rid of all the ports, but please, why would they get rid of that SD card, man? For real. Like, this camera right here takes an SD card. So, now I'm gonna have to get dongles and adapters. That's probably my only main issue with the new MacBook Pros, but you know Apple's not gonna go back. So sometimes I just don't get Apple. And not only that, on the iMac Pro you have USB-A, USB-C, and I think you have an SD card reader. So why would you get rid of that on the MacBook Pro? Like, I don't understand that. Just keep the Type-C. I'm cool with that. The MagSafe, I like the MagSafe too as well. Sometimes I always trip on my cable, my laptop cable, because my room is small, so the cable is like across the room, and sometimes I trip here and there. But the whole laptop doesn't go flying. But me personally, I'm not going to upgrade my computer no time soon. My computer is fantastic right now. That's pretty much the new MacBook Pros. If you have an old MacBook Pro with the hard drive, I would say it's time for you to upgrade. But if your MacBook has a solid state drive, which plays a huge role, I would say you should be good, honestly. The back to school sale is right now in session, so if you're going to college, or I think it works for high school too, you can get these MacBooks for cheap, not cheap, I'm saying cheap, at a reasonable discounted price, and you get some free beats. You get some headphones. Let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think about the brand new 2018 MacBook Pro. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe if you're new with notifications on. Drop a like on this video. And I'm gone. I'm about to disappear.